It's the 3rd of June. I'm Jerusha Sukhiarabath, and I'm joined in studio by News 24's day editor, Essie Moses, to have a chat about today's newspaper front pages. Thank you for joining me.
Hi.
Now, the front pages of lots of newspapers this morning is really a devastating story. Let's have a look at the front page of the Cape Argus. Greater good, it says, and it's 100 families being evicted from their homes here in the Western Cape.
Yes, it's a tough one. One also looks at what it's like outside, the weather's cold, where do these people go?
Right.
They're being evicted essentially with no place to go. It's also linked to our e-tolls. The N2 is meant to be rerouted via where these people have built their informal housing settlements.
So let's have a look at the front page of the Cape Times. The same thing, these residents are being evicted. And the city of Cape Town is quick to say, wait a minute, this has nothing to do with us. It's actually SANRAL, like you were saying.
Yes, but from what I understand, legally they're meant to actually find alternative accommodation before they actually evict people.
Right.
That's a story that's about to go up on News 24 if you want to go and catch it.
Brilliant. So the latest updates on this will be on News 24.
Yes, it will be.
Let's keep looking at the front page of the Cape Times, a man that I just want to give a hug today. Poor old Gordon Iggesund.
Again.
Our Bafana coach getting the boot because apparently us not qualifying for the 2014 World Cup could have been the final nail in the coffin of his career.
Probably could have, but it's been a history of bad coaching and bad selection and so on, and I suppose he's just a fall guy. And from what we can gather, we're going to go back to a coach that I don't know was that popular.
Do you know who this new coach will be?
There are rumours that it's Carlos Queiroz, but we'll see. They'll make an announcement towards the end of the week, I think.
Right, but either way, it's not really a position anybody wants because it's terrifying. Your team doesn't perform, you get booted time after time.
True, and I mean, just this last week, they've actually have performed, but using players that aren't that well known.
Right.
So obviously there must be a selection problem somewhere.
Poor Iggesund. Let's have a look at the front page of the DFA. Death in the water, it says, referring to the northwest, to Bloemhof, where 3 children have now died from contracting severe diarrhea because their water's contaminated.
Yes. No, that's a horrible story. The latest on that at the moment is that 21 babies, since this has started, in the space of a week, have been admitted to hospital. I think this is in addition to the fatalities. And I don't know, how does one address this problem? I mean, people shouldn't be sitting with water that's undrinkable.
Right, it's a basic human right, and these residents have been without water for ages. The water's been switched on again, and they're saying it's brown, it smells terrible. Something needs to be done in this situation.
And it's kind of apparently being purified, but people must still boil it.
Right, so the former Premier of Gauteng, Mokonyane, she's going over to our new Department of Water and Sanitation. It's obvious that it's needed. Let's hope that she does something.
Yes, we are actually at News 24 at the moment looking at a series on water, which hopefully will start today, and looking at how it's being purified, how it's getting to people's homes and so on, and how big this problem actually is.
Right, so news24.com for more on the water crisis that we have in this country. Essie, let's have a look at one more front page. It's Die Burger. Now, this is a very tricky story, so I'm going to let you address it. But we all know about the absolutely horrific murder of an entire family, mother, father, and daughter on a farm in Griquastad. Can you shed a little more light on this?
Well, look, we, for legal reasons, are not allowed to name the guilty party because when the crime was committed, he was a minor. And this week they go back to court for mitigation of sentence, and we'll know how long he's going to go to jail for.
But he has been found guilty of this murder.
Found guilty, yes.
Thank you very much for speaking to me today. For the latest on these stories and more, and of course keep up to date with the water story, visit news24.com, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.